Hey everyone, my name is a theme park evangelist. You'll have to forgive me if I look like a slob this morning. I just woke up a little bit about almost an hour ago. Um, I got roughly 8 hours of sleep. That's what I get for watching another movie on Disney Plus, and not Inside Out 2. I actually watched that about midday yesterday before I even went to work. Yes, Inside Out 2 is officially on Disney Plus as of yesterday. Um, I don't know. I was just in the mood for Disney Plus yesterday for whatever reason. But anyway, I still got my 8 hours of sleep, so that's all that matters to me. And I still got up at a relatively decent time, in my opinion. My work schedule is always all over the place, as crazy as it is. Today I am off, but I still have to go to work for 1 hour for a mandatory meeting, but this time it's just me, the manager, and one other employee, and that's it. And I'm very sure I know what it is all about at this point, and it has nothing really to do with me now. But I still need to be there because of the fact that um, I am still being affected by this situation. So, for those of you who do not know, I work at Hampton Inn and Suites now. I work specifically for Hilton. I'm not saying which Hampton Inn I work for. Um, been with the company almost a month now. I left Chick Fil A about a month now, or about a month ago, I should say, because let's face it, they have been having a lot of issues, and they just weren't making things better. And I just felt God leading me to Hampton Inn. The biggest stress problem I've been having with Hampton Inn is it's very challenging trying to learn everything that there is to learn on the computer. I would say honestly that is only been my only biggest stress problem, and I feel like I'm not quite ready for the position I'm on, but everybody else is I am, and it means a lot to me. I wish my confidence was higher on that job, if that makes any sense. So anyway, um, with that being said, uh, enough of the rambling. I was supposed to do a YouTube video yesterday, and actually, I did decide on a YouTube video. I decided to talk about my favorite places to vlog at and why. But of course, yesterday was probably the worst of my cold. So, yes, I've been fighting a cold over the past few days. If you can't hear it in my voice, it's still there, trust me. It is going away. But at the same time, I am feeling a lot better than I even did yesterday and the day before that. Tuesday, um, the biggest problem I was having was a sore throat yesterday. Um, I definitely feel like was weakness. I was feeling very weak yesterday. Today I got my strength back again. It's kind of weird like that. Like I feel like every day it's a different symptom. I don't have COVID, I promise. I can still smell. I'm just congested. I could easily smell and taste the pumpkin chocolate chip muffins that Katie made for me. Katie is my fiance, for those of you who do not know, and we're getting married next year. And I've been YouTubing since August. Sorry, not August. December of 2016. So I've been doing this YouTubing thing for almost 8 years now. Crazy, right? So I'm gonna pause this vlog so I can pick up my coffee. I'm trying to work on, and that way I have it right here. And then we're gonna go into the actual vlog. And if time permits, which it should, because I don't really have to get ready until 12:30. So that way I'm at this meeting by 2 o'clock. The good thing is I don't have to go in my work clothes. Um, and like I said, it's only an hour. I should be able to get another vlog in. And then, just for those of you who do not know, I am vlogging at Halloween Haunt on Saturday. However, though, I've been informed that there is potential rain coming in on Saturday, which means that all the outdoor scare zones will be moved inside, and I don't ever go inside because of the strobe lights. So, if for whatever reason I get contacted saying that the scare zones have been moved indoors, I am happy to say that next Saturday I'm working 8 to 4 in the laundry room because I'm cross trained in that department. So, worst case scenario, even though I do have to be up by 6:30 in the morning, I am happy to just go ahead and go all the way out there anyway and go and vlog Halloween Haunt that evening, and then I could probably just do something else on Saturday evening instead, even if um, I already had something else planned. I don't know what I'm gonna do on Saturday evening. For all I care, I could just hang around my parents' place, or hang out with Katie and my parents. Um, just save my money until next week when I get paid again. So we'll see what happens. Maybe this is God's way of saying just to not go out there, but I'll post something on my Facebook page. It's called facebook.com/the theme park evangelist. If you cannot remember that, the link is in my about section or my description section. All right, let me go and pause this really quick. So you'll like this mug. It says, "Absolute top guy, David. Give thanks for his awesomeness." I believe that Katie actually got this mug custom made for me specifically, because this was a mug that Katie gave me. Out of all the mugs I have, this is the only one that I have currently at this new place I've been living in Dry Ridge for almost a month now. Ironically, I moved to Dry Ridge literally the night before I started working at my new job, if that says anything. So there really is no difference between when I moved here and when I started working for them. I might have been with the new job a week longer because if I remember correctly, I moved here a week after I started the new job. So if I remember correctly, I've been here almost 3 weeks, and I've been with the new job almost 4 weeks now. I don't remember anymore. I would have to go back and look. I remember starting with my new job on Labor Day, and that's right. I moved here on September 15th. So that means that I was commuting to and from my parents' place to my new job for a week before I eventually moved here. So I've been accidentally telling my managers false information. Oopsie. So anyway, enough rambling. Like I said, I've already been rambling on too much. So my number one favorite place in the world to YouTube at. If you guys don't know this, then I completely understand because you are probably new to my YouTube channel. For my returning subscribers, if you do not know this, then I'm going to be very disappointed in you. And the answer is Walt Disney World. That should be a no-brainer because Walt Disney World has always been a place that I have grown up going to. Not only do I have family that has or currently works there, not only do I have a friend that works there, TJ, for those of you who do not know, the guy who actually helped me start up this YouTube channel in the first place, but also that is where I do the majority of my vlogs. So I like to vlog certain things like Tron, Light Cycle Run, and then of course Disney World has all those ongoing cool projects that just got announced at D23 not even a month ago, almost 2 months ago now. So I'm really excited about all those, like Cars Land, coming to Magic Kingdom. I've been honestly foreseeing that for quite some time. I've just been waiting for them to announce it. And then, of course, you got Villains Land coming to Magic Kingdom. You also have a Monsters Inc. roller coaster coming to Hollywood Studios. You got lots and lots of cool things coming to Disney World over the next several years. According to TJ, not everything that TJ says is 100% on point, but he is saying that the Cars Land will be done before their 60th anniversary. Now, keep in mind, the park just turned. Let's see here. They're about to have their 53rd anniversary here, if I'm not mistaken. So they just turned 50 back in 2021. So that means that on October 1st, they will turn 53. So that means they got 7 years to get their act together. That's the G-rated version. So let's see if they can do it. You know what? I'm just going to finish this coffee. I'm just going to pause this really quick while I do that. I didn't think you guys wanted to see that. So, anyhow, now that I got that cup of joe down in my system, Katie gave me 3 Kroger K-Cups. Kroger is a nationwide grocery store company that somehow still does not have any stores in Florida for whatever reason, but they have Winn-Dixie instead. I always like to joke around. The reason why you don't see Kroger in Florida other than Kroger delivery is because Winn-Dixie met Kroger at the border and said, "Y'all, this is southern. This is the South. You guys are too northern for us. You need to get out of here." So, anyway, that was just a little joke that I made. And, I mean, it seems accurate in my opinion, but, And, I was, I also love, sorry, anyway, going back to the topic. So, another reason why I love going to Disney World to YouTube is every time I go to Disney Springs, which, no lie, I love going to, especially during my teen and college years. College years is when I really start going down the wrong path because I was making a lot of bad decisions that I shouldn't have been making, which, excuse me, I would rather not go into in this topic. But I did like the fact that, or I do like the fact, I should say, that Disney Springs has so many ongoing construction projects, whether it's a new restaurant, whether it's a new shop, whether, like, bakery, little snack stand, I'm not necessarily saying like a little building that you could just walk up to. I mean, like, you could literally just go into. So, for example, Sprinkles opened up, I believe, during the pandemic or right after the pandemic. And I heard during their opening weekend, it got up to a 6-hour wait just to go get a cupcake. And I waited maybe 20 minutes just because I didn't go during opening weekend, but it was still new-ish at the time. So, those are the kind of things that I enjoy doing at Disney Springs, just seeing all these changes. And if I remember correctly, when I went last time, there was a new bakery that had donuts and whatnot on Disney Springs West Side. And I love, seeing those kind of things. Okay, maybe not last year, but the year before. Not this year, but last year is what I mean. So this year, there really was nothing I could show. For those of you who also don't know me, Disney Springs is usually the very first thing I do when I go down to Florida, or the very last thing. The reason why I always usually like to make it the last thing is because it's kind of like a relaxing thing for me. I usually like to go to Property Control, the Disney cast member offsite property. And since TJ is always willing to get me in, he usually badges me in, and I get to go walk around in there. Obviously, I can't YouTube or anything, but still, it's kind of nice to go in there. And I usually like to go to Disney Springs. I go get my Starbucks, and then if time permits, I'll go mini golfing. And I even go on the Disney Skyliner just for no good reason, just to do something relaxing, something to kill some time before I have to go to the airport. It's the small things I like to do on my last day before I go back home that I love. I'm so sorry. I got to go blow my nose. So anyway, number two. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but it's actually Kings Island is number two on my list. Even though Kings Island is only open seasonally, I just love being able to go there and show everybody everything that's new to Kings Island that year. I love going to Soak City and trying something new, or just showing everybody what Soak City looks like for the very first time, or even um, just showing everybody any kind of changes that they've made, how busy they are. Um, I always love even going through Kings Island and just trying out a new restaurant for the very first time, whether it's new to the park or whether it's new to me. Because let's face it, at this point, I've been going to Kings Island for 4 years now. I didn't go during COVID, if you guys were curious. So I want to take this opportunity, now that I've been going to Kings Island so much, to put aside a little extra money and put it towards one of these restaurants I've never actually eaten at before, because that would be kind of a neat thing to do. Just go try at a restaurant that I've never eaten at and just see what I think about it. If I actually get to go to Kings Island on Saturday, it'll be the first time I've been in approximately, let's see here, July, August, 3 months. 3 months I haven't been. I know I've been paying for it all this time and I haven't been back. Whether I just haven't had the time or I've been too busy. So either way, it's kind of this. It means the same thing, and I'm really excited about going. I might have gone back one other time. Now that I think about it, that's right. I did go in early August. Now that I think about it, I forgot I went during Grand Carnival. So it's been sooner than that, but still. It's still been a long time. I forgot I did go during Grand Carnival. I went twice. But still, it's just like, man, it feels like it's been longer. And, I love the fact that Kings Island has their own unique events. There's been so many cool things that Kings Island has done this year. I love the idea of bringing Camp Snoopy to Kings Island for the very first time. I was like, wow, that was really neat. I love the idea of Food and Wine Festival coming to Kings Island. I got to go try that at least one time. I was like, okay, that was kind of a neat idea. I love the idea of them changing up Grand Carnival so it would be the parade would be at night, and I got to YouTube that if you guys were curious. And I love the idea of them even changing the parade so they would randomly start selecting kids to go out there and dance with them instead of just saying, "Oh, if you want to come out here and dance, you can." I mean, I felt like it was more inclusive for the kids this year, for sure. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to do differently for Halloween Haunt and Winterfest this year. It seems like every single year they're always trying to change it up, and I love that. I really do. You'll have to forgive me. I definitely feel like my symptom today is a stuffy nose, but it just means that I am getting better. It's just taking time, unfortunately. I think a hot shower will definitely do some good. I know you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you just take a hot shower first? Because I just want to go ahead and get this done. So if I didn't have time, then at least I would say at least I got one vlog done before I got ready. I will at least get this vlog completed before I start the whole editing process. I'll go get ready, and then if time permits, while I'm getting this vlog uploaded to YouTube, then I'll go ahead and start another one. Sorry. The fun of being a YouTuber while you're sick. Some YouTubers are like, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to even YouTube, but I'm just like, it's fine. The hot shower does help a lot, trust me. So, thirdly, my favorite thing to YouTube is ironically Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. So, I'm going actually 3 different times next year. And even though it is still my favorite place in the world to visit, besides Central Florida, it is still become my top. It is still now in my top 3 favorite places to YouTube at, because of the fact that Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg has so much to offer. You got Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies. You got Dollywood, which of course is supposedly closed today due to weather. And then I also love the fact that you have so many different dinner theaters around. You got the Titanic Museum, not that I can YouTube in there, but I can YouTube in the gift shop. You got go-karts, I can YouTube on that if I really wanted to. So, you get the point. There is quite a bit of stuff to YouTube out there. The best way to describe Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg is, imagine going to Central Florida, specifically the Kissimmee area, but out in the mountains, the Smoky Mountains to be specific. And then, of course, you got that smoky haze everywhere. That is literally the best way to describe it. Like, I was very shocked last November when I rode the train at Dollywood for the very first time. And it was just not your normal train. I've rode the train at Disney World. I've rode the train at Universal. I've rode the train at Kings Island. You know, all 3 of those are very unique. But the train at Dollywood literally went up on a mountain. I was like, what? No way. Like, really? That is so cool. Like, I don't mean to sound like a geek about it, but, you know, how often can you say you've been on a train in the mountains? Like, Universal, don't get me wrong, it is really neat. They make it look like you're flying or you're riding next to Harry Potter and Hagrid and all that, but to actually ride on a train in the mountains is a very neat experience, trust me. And that is one thing I love about Dollywood. Like, Dollywood is not your typical theme park. The only thing I don't like about Dollywood is the fact that if you're obsessed with Dolly Parton, then that's the place to go to. But, you know, it is still a very neat theme park all the same. So anyway, moving on to number 4. You know, honestly, for me, this is a tough one. But I'm going to say SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. You know, I don't get me wrong, I love Legoland very much in Florida. But Legoland just does not have enough for me to YouTube at. But SeaWorld and Busch Gardens do. Both of those parks are owned by the same exact company. And both of those are pretty much doing the same exact events at the same exact time. Both of those have Sesame Street lands, and both of them have their own unique offerings. SeaWorld is more of my taste because SeaWorld has more roller coasters that are up to my speed, and also have marine animals, which are more of my animal personality. I mean, I love marine animals more than land animals. No, no offense or anything. But I also love the shows better at SeaWorld versus Busch Gardens is more built for roller coaster junkies than anything. And as much as I love some of the roller coasters at Busch Gardens is not really a park I enjoy going to all that much. If that makes any sense. But, at the end of the day, Busch Gardens and SeaWorld do have some of the coolest events going on annually. Next, obviously, for number 5, I have to put down Universal Orlando Resort. Obviously, I do YouTube more at Universal. However, though, I've YouTubed at Universal so much over the years that I did put it down a little lower on the list versus Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, not so much. That's the reason why I put it up a little higher. But that's the only reason. However, though, Universal, if I had not been to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, far less than Universal, I definitely would have put Universal higher up on the list. Let's face it, Universal has better events, better rides, in my opinion. I enjoy Universal a lot more. I always go to Universal every single year. That's a park I don't like to miss out on. I love it just as much as Disney. I admit I don't go as often as I go to Kings Island, but that's okay. And I definitely don't go as much as I go to Tennessee, but it is what it is. But it's still a park I thoroughly enjoy going to as much as I possibly can. I do have family that works there, and I'm very thankful for the ability to go in for free. Of course, I have to contact this guy way in advance, just like I would if going to Disney. And there are people who actually try to sneak into Disney, which makes me laugh. And these people want to go into Disney for free, and that's not the way to go about it. Trust me. For me to go to Universal, it takes me a minimum of a month to acquire the free tickets. I always start planning out early. Always. Like, I'm already working on planning out my honeymoon for next September. And that's like a year from now. And, of course, part of my honeymoon is going to be spent at Universal. But I can guarantee you guys that come next September, I will be going to Universal for free. But it's not like I just decided to just show up at Universal and get free tickets. It took a lot of planning, it took a lot of hard work, and it also took a family member of mine being willing to help me out. And here's the number one rule I have to follow: I have to be there. And I'm not just going to get some random person that I don't know. Because it's not necessarily me that's doing the work here, it's my family member that's doing it. And I'm not going to say who it is and what this person does, because that's private. So, anyway, number 6 on my list, I'm going to at least do 10 here, and I'm going to try to go through this a little bit quicker. I actually have been really enjoying vlogging some of these Christmas stuff that has been going on around here. I know it's not Christmas time, but some of these Christmas events that are going on here in northern Kentucky and greater Cincinnati are very impressive. Sorry, my voice is starting to go out, so I gotta try to speed this up. Some of these Christmas events that are going on around here are very impressive. Let's be honest here. I mean, I had never seen anything like Winterfest ever down in Central Florida at all in my life. Winterfest is Kings Island's annual Christmas event, and I was blown away by the amount of lights. And then I saw something very similar to that at the Cincinnati Zoo, and I was like, wow, that is so awesome. Like, I just got done doing a vlog, I believe earlier this month, about how it is so much cheaper to enjoy celebrating the holidays, even the fall for that matter, here versus Florida. The biggest problem I have with Florida is there's so much to do, but they charge you an arm and a leg for it because that's the only way they'll survive. Like, I'm just going to mention Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is an annual Christmas event that takes place every single year from early November until about mid-December. We'll go with that. That sounds about right. I think they do go as late as December, or as late as late December, but they never go past Christmas, or even go until Christmas. So Mickey's Very Merry is held on select nights. Your $100 admission at the minimum, I think as high as $150, gets you early access to the Magic Kingdom starting at 4 p.m. The event goes until midnight, maybe 1 in the morning. I think midnight, though. You have little to no crowds, less than even not so scary. Also, you have unlimited cookies and hot chocolate free, and you also can dress up in your favorite pajamas. You can go dance with the reindeer. You can go dance with the polar bears. There is quite a bit of stuff to do, but, listen to this. $150. Yes, there are Christmas decorations. Yes, the Magic Kingdom is decorated for Christmas, but they just don't let you in for free. It's not the way it works. Here's another one that is offered. The Candlelight Processional is at Epcot every year. It's probably would have been one of my favorite Christmas events at Disney for as long as I can remember. But once again, you have to pay that admission. Now, you could go get that annual pass, even that weekday pass, and then you don't have to pay anything extra. You just have to pay the $79, whatever it is. I don't remember if it's per month, per year. I don't know. And yeah, you can go see the Candlelight Processional for free, and I believe that includes your parking. But think about it. You still have to pay a minimum of $79 just to go see the Candlelight Processional. Now, the PNC Festival of Lights at the Cincinnati Zoo, after parking and admission, you're still looking at, let's say, less than $40. That's still not bad. And that's just for the Cincinnati Zoo. And that's only for one person. And that annual pass I was talking about, that's just for one person too. So, at the end of the day, one thing I've learned about living here is overall the prices are much cheaper. So number 8 on my list, I should say, is I love the fall events around here. And actually, that is the time of the year I'm about to take my YouTube channel into. So if you are curious to see what it is like to celebrate fall around here in Greater Cincinnati, then make sure you're watching my YouTube channel every single Sunday from here on forth. And Saturdays if it works out. But mostly Sundays. Because that is when I'm pretty much doing all of my YouTube channel vlogging for the next month. And I will take, the odd Sunday off if I need to. But that is about it. TJ is asking me what time I'm working. I'll respond to him in a few minutes here. And then he goes, "Oh, are you off?" And I'm like, "You can wait a few more minutes." Sorry, I'm just this cold is kicking my butt. It's not you guys, I promise. Just pray for me to get better. That's all I can ask. It's hard doing this much talking when you're sick. It's you'll see a much better version of me when I get better. I can guarantee it. Number 8 on my list is um, let me hold that thought for now. Number 8 on my list is North Carolina in general. I have to cheat and use my YouTube channel to help me out with the rest because with my sick brain, I'm starting to think like, I mean, trust me, my sick brain is not as bad as Katie's. Katie's is so much worse. You haven't seen her when she's sick yet, and you probably don't want to. Um, but North Carolina, I've vlogged some really cool things. I've done some exploring around Wilson County. I vlogged in the most southern tip point of the Outer Banks for the very first time. Um, let's see here. I even have a vlog of a cabin that I stayed at in Western North Carolina last November. That was in Little Switzerland, and I don't mean Switzerland in Europe either. I also have a vlog of Asheville in here, so I've been to Asheville. Um, I know this one's not very exciting. I also have a vlog of the Blue Ridge Parkway, which ironically my cabin was about 5 minutes from. I even have a vlog of Kate of me proposing to Katie right there at the back of our cabin. And then finally, this one's a really interesting one. I even have a vlog of me at Grandfather Mountain going across the Mile High swinging bridge. I didn't think I would ever be able to do it, but yet I did it. Um, Honestly, I'm really looking forward to going back again to North Carolina next year and adding on some more vlogs. Canada would be number 9. So, Canada, I don't really have a lot to offer for my YouTube channel yet. I'm hoping and praying that when I go back in here in 2 months that I'll have even more. Um, some of my favorites so far. I got some vlogs from Toronto from 7 years ago. I also have a vlog of St. Catharines. I have 2 different vlogs at Niagara Falls. I have one right after I got hit by a freak snowstorm, and one while it was pouring down rain. I even have my very first vlog of Mandarin, a Chinese buffet in Canada. It's kind of nationwide all over Canada, but this one I specifically vlogged and was on Lundy's Lane in uh, Ontario, Canada, and Niagara Falls specifically. I also have my very first vlog of historic Niagara on the Lake, so I got to do that for the very first time. So definitely make sure you check that out. And then finally, for number 10, just kind of scrolling through, trying to see here. You know what? I'm just going to put down Legoland for number 10 because, let's just be honest here. Legoland is kind of a neat place to go to. I've done some interesting vlogs there. Legoland does have some really good food and beverage options. Legoland does have my favorite apple fries there. Legoland does also have the Lego Movie World, which I really like. And they do have the Peppa Pig Park. There are some neat things I like to do at Legoland that I don't get to do anywhere else. But you know what? At the end of the day, Legoland is not my favorite place to vlog at. Why is that? Legoland, when it was first built, was designed for kids 4 to 12. And how old am I? Almost 31. I wonder why Legoland is not my favorite place to vlog at and why it's my least favorite. So anyway, I'm at the 40-minute mark. Let me go ahead and go get ready. That way I feel well enough for another vlog, and I have another surprise vlog for you guys, and this next one will be a lot shorter. I can promise you that. So, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next vlog, and you will definitely see me either this Saturday or next Saturday. And I should mention that no matter what happens on Saturday, you guys will definitely see me on Sunday when I go to vlog at whatever it's called in Kings Island for not Halloween Haunt, but the second weekend of Tricks and Treats Festival at Kings Island. Always remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great day. Peace out.